1,000 Q.
Thomas and James. It's a bright day trip to the favorite stop in England, but I think it'd cost a fortune to get the trains, so I'll have a few other third parties for the weekend railroad tracks.
But, oh, I found it. I think.
Emily, the Emerald engine is being made for place in a team. After the favorite film, I am now a little cooler in my home. James was a good friend to Flying Scotsman with a field, said Emily. One day, James said, Southampton was the first thing. Emily was indignant, so I have attached her wife and the otherwise they are another important letterhead.
Wait, say that. A second. The medkit.
Thomas arrived at work today and put his hand down in his headphones.
David, have you watched Spider-Man No Way Home?
Chattering the first one, Emily agreed. Is a highway code to use for information, Thomas thought.
And Mario.
Diesel pulls the freight cars into the siding. Thomas will also need, he whispered.
Look, your friends. Building.
Rebecca is happy. Sometimes we are doing a lot more hours. James said, we will.
You're ugly.
Luckily, the favorite film Thomas and Victor are a series for things. Hi, some fun with your team, Thomas. James is puffed away, but then there started Thomas, so I left the freight train.
No, but I've done all of
Dent is the best man for things to do with her, Victor. He said, I've just the favorite hopper since I was born. Because I don't want the favorite. James said, greased first have expressed my company with you might want to be made with her with.
I don't want to waste my words. Only have 41.
Toby the tram engine is the best for the first week of the most important part. He's always faithful and he otherwise deserves to the freight trains. Everything is busy and friendly but train tram number 7. Toby, I will be the same. Next that day, James has pulled cars in a team with her in his own home. Freight trains. James spluttered. The Flying Scotsman's packaging. James applied his brakes and screeched to a halt. Crash. Luckily, no one was hurt. I work hard, the Flying Scotsman, he thought.
Wait.
Thomas pulling along James, and he hauled a little bit understand that we are halted on. He is very excited and wondering what North Progress is going on for things that take place.
Yeah, for what?
James puffed away from the office to the engine and the other wisest. I can see you for the rest of the Thomas, he thought, but I have attached my engines.
Out the window.
Flying Scotsman was pleased.
Stop!
Now the favorite film, Ricky said.
A monkey noodle to the headphones. Good one.
Great, Flying Scotsman said. Reading your first. Rebecca agreed.
Yes, because it's at the back. Wait,
trucks are the best in, said Emily. Thomas opening to the favorite.
And then we're gonna go somewhere peaceful.
It's been far too long, said Thomas. All the engines are another great game, but I think OMG will also need to be in order. James the other friends wouldn't and a good on. James pumped his pistons. How do with all? He thought James's wheels live and go spinning around wheels.
Yeah.
And there we go. James puffed. James is racing in a team at a fastest as he could very fast engines and he was very keen to the work. Fastening, I think I will be pleased for the weekend railroad track. Rebecca was waiting for mainland.
Okay.
Get out of my way, he cried and he was bashed into the Rebecca.
Wait, yeah? okay,
James
one
and Rebecca
second.
was present, was surprised.
Oh, books me, please.
Still difficult,
I
he
have-
smiled. Just to the Nia and friends of Hamilton Summer to the incredible machine near each other. We pulled James on a few inches apart. He's called, the roof window is not closed. Rebecca puffed at the junction, as he Nia a lot to me in my voice. Then there was trouble. Flying Scotsman was stopping and stopped. Does anyone know who this engine is? He thought. Flying Scotsman reversed and backwards in the train.
So,
Thank you, James and Emily, Flying Scotsman said hopefully. Good job, everybody, he said. Soon, Emily and James puffed away. The steamer huffed and puffed on the rails with me and the two friends. One of my company has a good, really useful railway. Thomas was pleased. Hurry to the engineers, Emily said as a deputation. The Flying Scotsman arrived to the engineers. Around the world to be the best in a team. I am sure you can see Thomas, Flying Scotsman thought happily. His wheels spinning around the corner, so I'll probably have a better chance to be engines. Rebecca is being done with prides. Well done, engines, said Rebecca. All the other engines.
okay, see ya.
Here is called say goodbye.